like how you can run around, get exercise, and when you play hard games, you get better, or you get
Handball, pickleball. What's up, Luigi?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey
Welcome
guys,
to my YouTube channel. Now,
you're welcome. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome.
follow this guy. He's a good YouTuber. He
Thank you.
got wonderful videos, not just about handball, but he's diverse.
What have you watched recently, sir?
I watched the one with the homelessness in LA, California.
You know what I mean? My
Which
opinion
one? The
on
one
it
an hour?
is a different story. But my view on it, as far as a personal stand, is coming from a personal issue that happened when I was 7 years old. The police, the direct force that works for the government, murdered my father when I was 7 years old and destroyed my whole life. Nothing's been the same since.
Which one? The one an hour?
The one that you sent me the link to,
Yes, sir.
and I was just watching until I passed out, I think, but I kept watching and I was listening to his story that he said that since he was a boy, that shit happened with his family and stuff. And then after that, I passed out and stuff. I woke up, the video was still going. That's when I was like, yo, great video.
Thank you, man.
So
There is many
inspired.
stories there.
Yeah, he had a nice positive outlook to life, and I like how he was explaining that regardless of your situation in life, you can always go up in life, like the little baby steps make a giant step. And he said that back then, in his past, he was a little like towards the dark side in life, but he overcame that adversity. Even though he's homeless, he still overcame that to push himself and propel himself forward in life, which is good. Not a lot of people have that drive, especially for somebody that's on the streets like that for a long time. That's a good mentality to have. There's people out here that have homes, they don't want to do shit. There's people that got their lives handed to them on a silver plate with gold on it, and they still want to go do like shitty actions, And then there's people here that, sometimes not to get into the illegal immigrant term or whatever, but there's a lot of immigrants out here that will bust their ass and they can't even make enough ends meet to, support their families or whatever. They gotta work overtime, they gotta get extra jobs on the side. And they're the people that be building America in a way. Cause you go to a construction site, how many, like, people of, like, Spanish people do you see? Over like 80% of them are Spanish. Maybe they have papers, maybe they don't have papers, but at the end of the day, they're busting their ass for some rich, not asshole, but for somebody that has money to just come. Oh, this is nice. And they don't even care, but hard work takes courage and dedication to get ahead in life. And, as a person, you always want to strive forward, regardless of your situation, financial, economic, health. If your health is bad, you gotta change your actions. If you're eating the wrong food, you gotta switch to being healthy. Like me personally, I used to be vegan. So I would eat rice and salad. And that's it. Even if there was chicken, meat, or whatever, I wouldn't eat none of that. And I did that for like a year and a half, almost 2. And then I got skinny, bro. Like my health was like getting worse. And I started eating meat and shit. And I started gaining weight, bro. I gained like 20 pounds in like weight. So I used to be 120, now I'm like 135, 140. 140 in the full stomach, of course. But why did that happen? Because I was always seeing posts about being vegan is good for you, but I never did my research. I just got led on by the people, all these YouTubers and bloggers and stuff. But at the end of the day, maybe for them it worked out, but for me it didn't work out. So I switched from being vegan to just eating like vegetables and fruits and meats and stuff, but not in excess. Like now, I don't even eat too much, but I try to eat 3 small meals a day. Good breakfast, a nice lunch, and a small dinner. So, that food digest for the next day. It's already too late, man. They closed the park. What?
You mentioned at the construction site 80% Spanish, and I just wanted to say that what else I like about the Spanish people is how family people they are, how they celebrate in the park and play sports and everything healthy.
Yeah, Spanish people, like, we're like, mostly into construction jobs and stuff, because we like money. And sometimes these jobs, it might be under the books, but you do a good job, and you're getting like $1,000 paycheck for a job that took you 2 days to do. Where in a work week, you make 1,000, but after taxes, you get like 600 to 800, depending on how much you make your salary per hour. And at the end of the year, you're still paying taxes. And then the government sometimes don't even give you back money because you're not from here. You're like, so I never understood too much about taxes. I never got into it too much, but I tried to do my taxes. So in case, nothing like ever in the future fucks me over or fucks anybody over from my side, But I'm not trying to get too much into that because
All right,
different topic.
last question. What's your problem? What's your problem?
My problem with what?
Whatever.
My problem, I think the biggest problem I had in life was like my voice and like making sure nobody like stepped over me growing up. Like maybe like late teenage years, high school, like sophomore, 10th, 11th, 12th grade. I always like kept everything in like a bubble. I soaked it up like a sponge, but I never talked to anybody about it. Well, I never looked for like maybe talk to a therapist or somebody that knows about the profession. But I always kept everything to myself. I'm big on family, bro, but I'm not close with my family. But I love them. But it's just I was always like a shy, easygoing person. Like if you needed help, I would help you, even if I had to do something important. That could wait. But I'd rather help you. I'd rather make sure you're good first, and then I'll be good. But it's supposed to be the other way. You gotta make sure you're good first before you can help anybody out. Regardless if they're your family, your brother, your cousins, your friends, close friends, cousins, whatever. You gotta put yourself first before anybody else. Mom, dad, doesn't matter. If you're not ahead in life yourself, you can't help nobody. That's bottom line.
What the educational thing we could do about handball today?
Handball. Well, like I say, I play for fun. My rank, I'm not no A player, B player, C. I'm a duck. I just like playing for fun.
That
I like
makes you a D
challenge
player.
myself. And if I play A players, I'll try to bring out the best in them. So I learn for myself and get an idea of, all right, maybe I could have done this different. So that's why I started liking the videos because I'm able to watch what I could have done differently. Maybe instead of going for a kill or a drop, I could have lobbed it, pushed them out, and then went for a spike or a kill. But, sometimes you smoke a little, you drink a little, so you're not 100% there. You're like maybe 85, 75% there. But if I see the video, sometimes I'll be smoking and playing, cause that's how I like to play. Unless the smoke bothers, I always ask if I could smoke before, so it doesn't bother anybody, cause you might be playing somebody that can't handle any type of smoke, cause they might have cancer, they might have health issues. Like there's 2 players here that we play that you can't really smoke around them because they have health issues. But, we always step away from them, try to give them the respect. Plus they're also elderly, respect your elders always. Help those in need. What else can I say?
Let's do something. Let's do something.
Huh?
Let's do something. Oh, I'm a zip player, by the way. Z.
Let's see.
Zip.
Let's see.
Zip. 21 zip. 20, Johnny gave me 0 points today.
Yeah.
How many points you give me?
Me? Maybe like 15 the most.
You give me 15 points?
But then I gotta lock in and can't give you no shots. Like, if
No,
you
I
serve it
must.
to my left, I'm gonna either serve it down return it back to your left, low, high, or go across court killer on the other side so you get pushed out. And wherever you turn it, I gotta be there like a cracker ready to just either tap it or kill it, so I could get my serve. And then on my serve, I gotta score at least 5 points per serve to catch up. Because the moment you start scoring 1, 2, 3 points, another 4 or 5 points, it's like game over.
Let's
Well,
talk about serves first.
serves?
Yeah.
Well, my serves is alright. I got decent serves, you know. What I learned was always try to serve it from as close as to the short line as possible and angle it out. Depends on if you're playing doubles or singles. Singles, you always want to ping pong it across. So if you serve them out to the right, you know they're gonna return it either to the middle, or they might try to hit it down the line on the right, or they're gonna go cross court killer to the left bottom. Plus, depends who you're playing. If you know how they play the game, you know you can't serve it to their strong hand because they're just gonna smoke you.
Yo, Hunter, are you a shooter or a killer?
If it's there, you gotta take it. If not, set up again. Regroup. Good shot.
Smoke you. Or they're just gonna kill it or whatever. Like playing Johnny Green. Like when he played with Greg that day, they was cooking us 18-5 or 18-4, and we came back and won. But he gave us a point game call that, in my case, the game should have been 21-15 then. But he gave us that call, you know, because he's playing for fun. He's not like we playing a tournament or playing for money. Bottom line is, enjoy life, have fun, don't stress shit. If you can't control it, you don't need to worry about it. Because why you worrying about something that's out of your hands? So, alright. Another serve too, like Greg, phenomenal player. He came from the bottom, now he's here. He's like a minus C player right now, the way he's been playing. But why? Because when I played him, I didn't take it easy on him. On my returns, I'll fucking smoke his left corner, his right corner, I lob it on him, whatever. But I made him think, I gotta change my style, because the way I'm playing now, I keep getting cooked. And then he learned those high serves, it'll bounce up. And now you're getting pushed out, like up to here, because his serve is landing right here. Now the ball is going up. So now you either hit it on the bounce, or hit it up in the air. And all he has to do is look where the ball bounces and just tap it. But you know, depends who you play. It depends how you play. It depends on who you're playing too. It's a lot of back and forth and vice versa.
What's a good return?
A good return, well, depends on the serve. What serve are we talking about?
Generally.
Always, if you know the player you're playing, he's a righty, you want to hit it back to the left. Why? Because the left might not be as accurate as the right. They might give you a freebie, and with the freebie, you could fucking shoot that wherever the fuck you want. If you push them out to the right, you gotta shoot to the left. You're not gonna shoot back to the guy that just fucking waiting for the corner ball over there. Then you're gonna hit it back to him for him to just tap it in front of him and kill it. No, you wanna hit it, either kill it on the low or give it a high bounce so he has to back up. Now he's running. And if he does get that, you make him run to the other side, and you make him run to the other side. You want to get him tired, so by the middle of the game, he can't do as much as he was doing in the beginning. But it's always good to be the underdog in the games. Always. I will always remember that.
Why?
Because, I don't know, to me, if you're smoking me like 21-0, like, nah, not 21-0, because that's game. Like that game I played with Lefty Eddie. We was playing shooter and Alfredo. They was cooking us 16 to like 3 or 2. What we did, Eddie was like, yo, keep it away from them. What I did, I started doing mega cuts. Well, not crazy cuts, but I hit it to the middle and either made it cut it to the left or cut it to the right. So I kept doing that so they had to move. And once they moved, me or Eddie came just poop. And we came back and won like 25-23.
Nice.
But in that game, I was the lesser player. I was the one who had less years of experience. I'm fucking playing guys like almost twice my age, maybe 10 years ahead of me. So they got 10 years more experience. And now the handball pool is less. Because the videos I've been seeing back then, like the 60s, 80s, the 2000s, early 2000s, young 2010s, a lot of players played. But now, the game is that you don't even see nobody out here. I remember in high school, I used to play with my friends, rain, snow, winter time, summertime, fall time. It didn't matter. We was always out there. But why? Because it was fun for us, you know. It was like the sport you like to play, but you wouldn't like go into it professionally. A lot of people tell me to play tournaments, but I'm like, that's not my scene. That's not my style. I like to be under the radar. I don't like to be too out into the world, you know. Like even doing these videos is new for me, new experience, but you always want to learn in life. You never want to be held back. Why? Because something happened. Just step on that shit and move on. That's it, basically. Any other questions?
Man, I think handball, we covered good. One more question I know you're good at is your cuts. So, how do you think in the game? When you cut it, how you cut it?
Thing about cuts, it took me like a couple, maybe I think a year playing till I got cuts down because I like the way the cut looks. Because I used to play against other players when I used to be in high school, and there was this kid, his name was Navid, and he was nice with the cuts. I remember he'll serve from here, from the middle, serve to the top right corner, and the ball will spin back to the left side. And now if you think of handball dynamics, that means the ball has to be like spinning so fast that when it hits the wall, it comes right back over here. But you know, those serves are hard to do. Cause it depends. It's the angle. It's not just the way you hit the ball, it's how hard you hit the ball too. But you know, you got some crazy cuts. Like, you ever seen those cuts that I do that it cuts in the middle, but it goes.
Yeah.
It doesn't do the regular boom. It goes. So that's what I'm trying to master. That's because I'm trying to learn. So the moment you see the ball, you're going to run that way and that shit going to be, that's because I'm trying to learn. But to do that, it's like you got to roll it off your hand, but at the same time, you want to flick that shit like a whip. Or sometimes you just want to cut it with your fingertips. And you know what they say, sometimes the luckiest shots is the ones that you hit with the tip of your finger. Like that rollie I did one time. I was getting jammed, so I took a step back, I took another step back, and said like that. And as I took a step back, I said, and that shit rolled out. I was playing with Hunter against Luigi paddle. But that's all for today, guys.
Oh, last question. We started with the homeless. Finished with the homeless. What do you think will be done? What can we do? What can you do? What can I do?
Well, the way I seen the homelessness growing up was, if I was homeless and I needed a place to stay, the first thing I would do is go to a shelter and stick it out. Get into that program where if you work, they give you a room with like 8 other people or 4 other people where you have a bunk bed. You know, you have a little thing for a drawer for your clothes and stuff. Until I get set up, and I could get my own room, because I wouldn't want to be homeless and stay homeless for 20 years, where in that first year I could make something for myself and start living life a little easier. Because, homelessness, you got to go to the programs. If you're in a job, if you leave at 6 a.m, you got to be back before 8:30, 8, I think, because, you have curfew, and if you don't make it, they close the doors on you. So then you got to stay outside the whole day, and then the next day you got to tell them why you couldn't make it back. But if you have a job, they give you that special pass to come back from work. You're able to go back to your room. And now, instead of being surrounded by thousands of people, you're only in a room with like 16, 8 other, or 4 other people. And then from there, you got to move on. You can't just stay in one place your whole life, because if not, this is going to be your life. Like a flat line. You always want to go up though.
Thank you.
No problem.